Hello everyone. So, it's time once again for a video where I summarize what's in an edition of The Economist that I read, divided into three parts: organizations, think tanks, security issues, tantalizing tangibles. A link will be in the description. I think I might be at 170 or almost at 170 for think tanks and NGOs referenced in The Economist, covering a wide array of every imaginable topic you could really think of, from gun policy to immigration. So first, the two security issues we're going to get into here is Europe is insecure. Putin has really made it clear that Europe is just not ready for a major ground war like it used to be, not like in the World War II days and whatnot. It relied on the United States and technology, and the result is militaries in Europe that are only tens of thousands of strong. And this is a huge problem because, we've seen that warfare, despite what we were hoping, certainly mass land warfare, is not done. Putin thinks of himself as kind of the Russian equivalent of Napoleon, and Russia never stops stockpiling. Really, I mean, we're looking at this. He has inexhaustible supplies. Putin almost seems to, and I mean, look at how bad things are going for Ukraine. Just lost a strategic point. And they've got almost the entire Western civilization arming them. So this is a pretty big deal, and this has shown the world how vulnerable these countries are. So there's more fighting going on in the Congo. There's a group, M23, that is funded and trained by Rwanda. Now, I don't know how much funding and training they have. I will say this: the Rwandan military is known in the region. It's an ass kicker. So I'm not quite sure if M23 is going to be on that level. Um, but a lot of these countries in Africa, they've had a lot of coups and stuff like that, lots of instability. And Rwanda's not a very big country, and the population of the Democratic Republic of Congo is far larger. But that doesn't necessarily mean everything. Like I said, the fighting force of Rwanda was drilled by Paul Kagame. He's the current, I don't know what you'd call him, president, prime minister. Um, Took power really in a good way, actually, fighting the Hutus and fighting specifically Interahamwe, which was trying to initiate a genocide against the Tutsis. Paul Kagame's Tutsi. So he kind of was a hero in the humanitarian sphere for a while for that, but now he's thought of as the guy who stayed in power just a bit too long. Like I said, military bent, military minded, and the Rwandan military goes all throughout Africa, putting down rebellions and kicking ass. As far as why they would want to incur in Congo and kill some of the Congolese, that's where a lot of the Interahamwe war criminals fled. And so it's always been a very contentious issue just how much incursion by Rwanda is actually justified. So M23 is, like I said, it's a paramilitary group funded by Rwandans who's going in, and they're engaging in more or less wholesale slaughter, which is a shame. Like I said, Kagame had a good reputation and he's kind of lost a lot of that. And, I know it's unfortunate. It seems like every week I could write something about how there's a war going on in Africa. But first of all, it's a massive continent. So there's going to be that. And, there's a lot of instability in that region. So interesting stuff. All eyes are now on this guy, Boris Pistorius. I used to call him Boris Pistorius just to be funny. But nobody's laughing now. As I just said, Europe is weak, militarily speaking. What they have to call upon right now, should they have to fight a massive land war, is laughable. And but Germany is considered by many to be the best that Europe would have should Russia decide to incur on multiple fronts and actually challenge NATO. There's NATO Article 5. And so it was kind of nice that they finally put this article in talking about Boris Pistorius and focusing in on him more. He is right now the key man in terms of trying to modernize Europe's military. And it's kind of funny, all these organizations like NATO and the UN that you could argue were one of the reasons they were created was to check Germany because Germany had such a mighty military at one point. And now Germany has to build up their military. And the pressure is on Germany because Germany honestly has the best NATO has to offer in terms of a military that isn't the United States. And then probably it goes to France just on sheer size. And so that's why there's so much eyes on him right now. And there's a long German word, I can't pronounce it, but essentially it's, the Germans believe they are at a historical turning point. And, good luck to them because, like I said, we found out Europe ain't ready for what's coming. If we thought, there was a lot of thought that warfare was going to be cyber based or some dumb crap like that. And we found out that that's not true. You can't cyber your way into a capital or across the river. Wars are going to be fought by people with boots on the ground. Thank you.